Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is a video I haven't done in a while. Today I'm going to be doing a handbag review. You guys probably know handbag reviews are among my favorite things to film. My channel kind of started as a way to review handbags. So today I have my last handbag purchase that I got from Fashionphiles. This is the Givenchy Antigona in the mini size. I have in the black shiny leather. So I purchased this from Fashionphiles in, I want to say, September, and here we are coming up on February now, and I have absolutely loved this bag. So in today's video I'm going to talk all about it, give you a little bit of the specifications, show you what fits inside, as well as mod shots and my general thoughts on the bag. So if you're new to my channel, hello and welcome. My name is Katherine and my channel is KWSHOPS. Normally on my channel, I do tips on the pre-loved luxury handbag market. I do happen to work in the industry, so I give a lot of insights and information into the industry as a whole. Things like ways to have your bags retain most of their value, shopping tips as to how to pick the best bag for resale in the future. And so if saving money on luxury designer goods is something that's interesting to you, I'd love to have you back. Please hit the subscribe button down below, as well as the bell icon next to it, so you can be notified every time that I upload, and I upload once a week. Be sure also, all of you who are subbies already, do check out my community tab. I post a lot of information there whenever an item that I've mentioned in the past becomes available or things like that. So be sure to check out my YouTube channel community tab and you'll see a whole bunch of different and cool stuff. Oh yeah, so also comment down below if you have this bag, or if there are any, or if you have any questions about this bag, anything that I haven't already addressed here in this review. Or if you do have it, please tell me what you think about it, what your thoughts are, and what color and leather you got. So now on to the review. Yes. So once again, Givenchy Antigona in the mini size. I have it in the black shiny leather. This bag has silver hardware, 2 rolled top handles, large top zipper closure, and on the bottom there are no feet. So the Givenchy Antigona Mini measures 9 inches across the bottom, 8 inches from top to bottom, and 5.5 inches in depth. It has a strap drop here of approximately 3 inches. That is just about long enough to carry it on your arm a little bit, but it will not, at least for me, go into the actual crook of my elbow. But I am able to carry it somewhat on my arm if I do decide to. The mini size is the only size that comes with a crossbody strap, which I will get to in a second. And one dimension I really love to have when I'm reviewing or considering purchasing a bag is the zipper opening. This zipper opening measures 9 inches across. So that means that anything that is less than 9 inches in width, you would be able to fit inside of this zipper. So a lot of the time when you get the dimensions of a bag, they won't include the actual zipper opening, so that really does play into what you're able to fit inside of a bag. The bag in this size comes with this thin crossbody strap. This isn't the normal strap that you'd find on any other crossbody bag. The closure on it is a bit different. The strap is proprietary only for this bag right here. I don't believe you'd be able to change it or remove it and put it onto any other type of bag. However, I have played around with adding different non-Givenchy straps onto this bag. The strap is adjustable. I have it 21 inches in approximate strap drop, but it does have 3 hole adjustments with 2 studs. So you're able to adjust it, I think, to about 3 measurements. To have it here would be the very shortest, and I have it on the second, but I mostly carry this as a shoulder bag as opposed to a crossbody. It is adjustable, but for at least in the material that I bought it in, I feel like the leather is a bit too stiff to really, try and play around with moving it from side to side. So I think is that if you were to adjust it, then I would sort of just fix it in a certain place that's right for you, and I wouldn't really make much of an effort to try and shorten it or lengthen it to go from shoulder to crossbody. I would just try to find like a happy medium in between. What I really love about this bag in this size is that it is very roomy and spacious on the interior. As you can see, like, it doesn't appear to be that small next to my head, I guess. Like on camera, it's not looking like it is that small, but at least to me, I'm someone who tends to carry much bigger bags. I find that it is a very, very small bag for me. However, when you do open it up, it does sort of, since it is very wide on the side here, and it does open up a bit longer on the outside, I think that this bag has a lot of space on the interior. On the interior of this bag, on one side we have a zipped pocket that runs the entire length of the bag, and on the other side we have another bank of pockets. One of them is just a flat pocket, and the other is elasticized, and you're able to hold things that are a bit rounder. I like to use it for my Fenty Beauty lip gloss. You guys know I complain about how big and bulky this lip gloss is all the time, but it does fit inside of this this rounder pocket perfectly, and that is typically what I use it for. The thing that I'm most impressed with this bag is how roomy it is and how spacious it is on the inside. I'm someone that, unless I'm carrying a mini tiny evening bag where I really only need a lipstick, credit card, and keys, I like to carry stuff with me. I like to be prepared for whatever, and I always carry an umbrella. With this bag, you can sort of carry 2 large things and then make everything else mini. That's sort of like my rule of thumb. So these right here are the larger things that I would be carrying inside of a handbag. So I have my totes umbrella, my Louis Vuitton jean wallet, my mini pochette, and my Louis Vuitton agenda. These are the 4, I guess, biggest things, other than like my lap tab, other than my iPad and laptop, which I do also carry most days. However, obviously those don't fit inside of here. But yeah, so these are the 4 larger things that I carry, and there's sort of like a rule. There's sort of a rule I have, and the rule is you get to pick 2 of these things. Everything else you have to downsize. Okay, now as far as the leather that I picked the shiny box leather for this bag, and you can see that it has this really great sheen coming off of it. This bag looks exactly like, now that I've had it for about three or so months now, this bag really looks exactly how it looked the day I took it out of the box, and I carry it literally all the time. One of the first times I wore it, I got caught in like a torrential storm. I didn't even realize my bag was getting wet, and it was getting soaked, and really all the water just beat it up and dripped off of it. There were no water spots, there were no type of wear or warping or anything like that. All my stuff stayed dry inside of it. And when I tell you this bag got soaked, it got soaked. That obviously wasn't my goal, and I don't recommend like submerging this in water or anything crazy like that, but it is very, very durable leather. I haven't really noticed very much as far as scratching. Yeah, just really the only thing that you'll see every once in a while is fingerprints, and that's sort of unavoidable. I have seen this bag in a larger size in the sugar or pebbled leather, and it's a bit more mushy is not the word that I want to use, but it's a bit like softer, and it will, you know, warp and deform a little bit more than I prefer. So I'm really glad that I picked this one. This was a great bag for a rainy day. Again, the only wear that I've ever seen on this bag is the small dent right here that you'll sort of see with the light. But that was here when I took it out of the box. I personally prefer more structure and everything, but I do recommend this leather, especially in the black color, over the sugar leather, because it's just, for one, I think it makes the bag look cool, but it also is just a lot more durable and a lot more sturdy. Yeah, I guess sturdy is the word that I would use to describe this leather in this bag. Okay, so now for the general pros and cons of this bag. The number 1 pro for me was that I love the shape. I think it's very minimal, and I think it's a very, very classic silhouette. I think that even, like, you guys know that, like, this bag has been out forever, and I just recently, within the last few months, decided that I was obsessed with it and I had to get it. And that's not really a very me thing to do. I'm not very trendy. I don't really like go for it bags. This is like a very itty it bag to me. However, I do like that the lines are very simple. I do like that the design is very minimal and very sleek. You guys probably know this. This is the only really plain sort of black bag I have in my collection. Like, you can see I have like some navy blue. I mean, there's that little one right there, but like I have like a different variety of different colors and different, you know, monogram patterns and different prints represented in my collection, but somehow I skipped over buying a black bag. So this is my black bag. The major complaint I heard about this bag before I purchased it was that the zipper opening is very, very narrow, and it absolutely is. It really, really is. Hopefully, like, I'll have a better camera angle of this, but yeah, like, if you it doesn't open up very wide, so it's a little harder to see. I sort of know everything in my bag by feel, and that's sort of what I do when I'm carrying it, so that's what works for me. It doesn't really bother me so much. However, for me, the zipper opening being narrow is sort of a plus, because most of the everyday and tote bags I have that don't have a front flap are very open, and that isn't something that I love. It makes me feel like it's very secure because you can't just like reach your hand into here. Like, yeah, I don't know. I could potentially see that being annoying to some, but it doesn't really bother me. And now for another pro on this bag. This bag is so incredibly spacious. For what I carry in a normal day when I'm not going to work, when I would be carrying this bag, I really feel like, honestly, I'm underutilizing its size capacity. It's not very heavy, and it really does act, the way it's shaped and designed, it really is just like a little bubble. Like, the fact that it's rounded and the fact that it's so wide right here, I really appreciate. I do have my two big things and everything else mini rule, but if I really wanted to, I could pack this sucker full of things if I wanted. It sits on the shoulder nicely, and I don't feel like I'm carrying a giant bag, because I'm not, obviously. This has almost the same capacity of my Gucci Dionysus, and this, I mean, you can see the sizes together, like, it's huge. It's so different. Now for another con is that I don't like the fact that the strap is not versatile. For me, when I buy bags that have a removable strap, I really do like to mix and match them onto some of my other bags, and to have a plain black strap to put on another bag, I really would have liked. Like, this opening is just completely useless on any other bag. That's not something that I particularly love. And I love the leather stiff on the bag, but the way that it's made, it's really hard to adjust it. So you just sort of have to keep it on a fixed length, like I said earlier. Okay, so one thing I definitely do like about this bag is that I mentioned earlier that the design is very sleek, and there aren't a whole lot of bells and whistles about this bag, and the same goes for the interior. A lot of bags nowadays will have like ridiculous compartments and everything that I hate. This one is very simple. There's a large interior cabin area, for lack of a better word, and then just pockets on either side. That makes it super easy for me to find and locate the items that are there. I typically will keep my wallet in one, a lip gloss in another, and my keys in another, and then everything else is in the interior, like, inside the rest of the bag. So organization is relatively easy in this bag, especially considering it's so small. And in spite of the fact that it is a little bit of a black hole, as you can see, like, it's almost impossible to see inside of there. It still is relatively easy to find your things. And the last one is that it's a bit complicated. I felt like I needed to have a black bag when I bought this, and this, I really do think it was a perfect one. I love it every time that I look at it, but being that it is the only bag that I have like this in my entire collection, it's a little hard for me to dress up with my wardrobe, considering, like, I don't really wear a ton of black. I guess this aesthetic is something I'm trying to incorporate into my style now, so it is a little bit difficult for me to like create an outfit that goes with this bag with my current wardrobe. I hope that makes sense. That's neither a pro nor a con, but it just is something I am struggling and wrestling with. I did buy this knowing that it was something that I was branching out to, and I'm really happy that I have, obviously, but it is just definitely something that I am struggling with. I do find that I end up wearing it a lot of the time when I'm going to, like, the gym and with, like, leggings and stuff like that, but in order to actually dress it up, I don't feel like my wardrobe is, like, it's really adequate enough just yet. So I guess I have a little bit of shopping to do, and I'm happy to be able to do it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this bag review. I think it's pretty obvious how I feel about this bag. And now the question is this going to be a forever bag? I don't know. Only time will tell that. There are certain bags will come into my collection, and I will know that they will be forever. This one, maybe. I hope so. But so I sort of like how I feel in regards to trend bags. For me, a trend bag, I have to like it for at least 2 years before I allow myself to really pull the trigger and buy it. and I'm really happy that I did. This bag I think originally came out in maybe like 2015 or something, and I bought it in 2018. So whether or not it's trendy, it's just really is something that I love, and I'm having so much fun incorporating it into my wardrobe now. So I hope this review was helpful. Please comment down below if you have any questions about it, anything that I haven't addressed already. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!